Greetings, everybody. So it's New Year's Day, first day of January 2021. Last night in my neighborhood, there were major explosions, and it was slightly terrifying. Like they basically shook the house. Both my cats totally disappeared for hours. I don't know where they went. They weren't outside, thank God. It reminded me of earlier this year when there were lots of riots in my city, and one of the riots came up really close in my neighborhood, and there were major explosions and bombs, and it was, I literally was just sort of wondering what I was going to do. Like, where would I go? And basically I would just go out my back door, go through my backyard, climb over the fence, and escape that way. I mean, I live in the United States of America, and suddenly we're not the fortress that we were, and it causes a person to really take stock and to sort of come up with a plan. And it is what it is, for reals. It is what it is. So it's really like you're poised at the top of a hill, like a snowball at the top of a hill, poised at the very edge, ready to just roll down and start an avalanche. It's like that's where we are as far as our mentality goes. We are poised at that central point, and we get to choose, do I want to let that snowball just roll down that hill and accumulate more and more snow and eventually just cause an avalanche and fall to destruction? Or do I want to take a step toward the light, toward building something, toward creating something instead of destroying something? I mean, those are the kinds of moments that we're given as humans. We can choose. Do I want to go back? Or do I want to go forward? And basically, when you're in that spot on the razor's edge, you don't really want to. I mean, staying on the razor's edge is something to work toward, staying in balance. So, I mean, I believe that part of staying in balance is creating thoughts that are based in the truth and based on the truth. And the truth being is that we are all energetic beings. We're pure energy, vibrating at various rates. And I'm sorry, I have something in my eye. Ugh. Excuse me. And the makeup of this energy is source. So when I'm given the choice whether to, maybe follow an inclination that's been programmed into my mind since day one of doom and gloom, when I'm presented with the choice of just sort of like, it's almost like slipping into a stream, of something that's always been there and always been the way, and I'm presented with the choice of that, just going down into the old familiar, well-worn pathways of negativity, or do I want to pick myself up and brush myself off and take a step toward the truth? I've already said this, but I'm saying it again. Toward the truth of who we are as multidimensional, powerful, sovereign beings of light and love. And when I'm presented with that choice, I'm going to choose the latter. I'm going to take a step into the unknown and slough off the old programming, create new programming, divine in nature and go on my merry way. For it is a merry way, regardless of what's happening outside of me in my neighborhood, in my state, in my country, in my world. I get to choose to connect with Source and be happy. Even if I were in some kind of a camp, I'm still presented with that choice, and I can still choose to be happy, to whistle a happy tune. I'm serious. These are the thoughts that I have, and I'm sharing them with you and giving you some of the ways that I have to weasel my way out of all this shit, these negative programmings that have been put there with our consent because we allowed them. And I think by taking the first step of saying, I do not consent, anymore. I'm over it. I'm over the negative programming that seems to be part of my fabric but isn't. It's a foreign object. And by creating new positive thinking, by creating new thoughts, and by connecting with Source every day, in meditation, just first thing in the morning for 20 minutes, just plugging into that beautiful field of energy that is beyond our imaginings. By plugging into that every day, it builds and builds and builds, and then suddenly you're hearing the programs, you're seeing the programs, and you're saying, not today, motherfucker. Okay, I said it, but I mean it. Like, goodbye. Adios. Ciao. You're not allowed here anymore. So, that's my way of saying thank you to Source for leading me and guiding me to the point where I could make the commitment to meditate every day and then go on the ride of my life. Seriously, the ride of my life. The best ride of my life. So I think I'm probably some kind of weird alien, but these days that's okay. I have a lot of excitement to see where we go as a planet, as a species, as a community, this global community. And it's wonderful to be super clear about the choices. And I'm here to wish you, encouragement, and you can do it, and it's not hard. It's super easy to meditate every day and connect with Source for 20 minutes, to plug in. I haven't mentioned this in a while, but I do use an app called the Insight Timer, which is fantastic. I use it for the timer itself and to keep track of the days that I meditate. So let's say I meditate for 10 days, I get a yellow star. And when I when I get 5 yellow stars, it turns into, I think it's a red star. And then when I get 5 red stars, I get a green star. And then it starts to all over again. And then, so it's sort of like little perks or little goodies that you get every time you complete a certain amount of days. And you don't want to mess that up, right? You don't want to, I'm going to skip a day, I'm too tired to meditate, but then your whole star system's screwed up. It's something so simple that can keep you on track. And like I said, I only use it for the meditation timer. It gives you a choice of bells to ring when you start and when you finish, and there's beautiful, like the sound of Tibetan singing bowls, or Japanese wood blocks or a gong. I don't use the gong. I use the singing bowls. And that's it. It's super simple and it's kind of fun. And at the end you can see how many people were meditating with you during the time that you were meditating today. I think it was over 5,000. Of course, it's New Year's Day. Usually it's around 4,000, and then you get to see who you're meditating with, and you can befriend people, and so the friends show up, and then the people in your area show up, and then the whole community shows up, and it's little icons, and you can click on them and thank them for meditating with you, and they thank you and you thank them. And sometimes people send little notes, and I'm talking to a person in India right now, and I don't know, I like meditation timer. It's chill. It's not like social media. It's not like that. And then there's also guided meditations. There's classes. There's yoga. There's celebrities. All of it. So I kind of been getting little twinges of, I need to talk about Insight Timer again, because it's been super helpful, and it's just a real nice community. I wish you Happy New Year. I wish you happy day and night. I thank you for your presence, and I'm going to get going. Remember, the light is one. You can use this as a mantra. You can get your japa beads or your rosary and just meditate saying the light has won, bead after bead after bead. And it really puts forth a beautiful vibration and a broadcast, and it broadcasts out to everybody and everything. And I find that to be a really wonderful thing to say, because when I start to feel a little bit of fear or twinges of like, oh my God, how are we ever going to get out of this? When I say the light has won, it's like, okay, I may not be given the actual picture of how we're going to get out of this, but we are going to get out of this. We've already won. We're already in a new age. The old has gone, the new has come. So let's revel in that and be in that and dwell in that. Because that's the way we're gonna get out of it together. In love, in community, in compassion, in empathy, in love and light. We're all in this together, even the so-called negative ones. Everyone gets the chance, and there's hope for us all. So, on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sending you so much love. Peace.